On at home then.
Can't yet. Gotta wait for
I can't see you. I can't see. Well, it says we're live, so we must be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim Down for Living with MS in Tenerife, and we're here in El Jable in Callao Salvaje for Meetup Monday. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Tim. Christina is my wife. She's the one with the MS. There she is. Say hello, Christina.
Hello, Christina.
And
This is the one that makes a mess.
I'm the one that makes mess, exactly. And let's go to cross dissolving here so we can see you. The sun is right in my face. It's beautiful and warm. It's probably around about, I would say, 26 to 28 in the sun. And about 22 in the shade. Obviously, when the sun goes down, it's going to get a little bit less. Oh, here we go. I'm listening to myself now. I got to turn that off. There you go. I'm watching myself, you see. I'm so vain. We go live Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:55, and I go for walks on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the mornings between 8:30 and 9:30. If that's the type of stuff you like, all to do with Tenerife, then don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that little bell for notifications. We have some regulars on at the moment. I can see Gianni Watson. I know that's Pauline. We've got Ian Millar. Hello, Ian. Everybody, hope you have a good weekend. Jeff Daniels, Maria Albanos, Craig Andrews, Maria Ayres, Moira Fitzsimmons, Pete and Shell, Anne Marie, Elton, Subject, Sambi, evening all, hope you're well. Tim, just 28 days left from being sunny Tenerife. I haven't forgotten you. Moira, Derek Walker's on, good evening. Craig, Jeff, Paula, Moira, they're all chatting amongst themselves. Dave Mulready, hi Dave. Sorry to hear the news. I hope everything's fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope my heart goes out. Mark Murphy, Craig, Ray LUFC, thank you so much for your support there, Ray. You got the little red badge now, I see. And if you want to join Ray on the as a member, you can go into the description of this video and click the members button at the bottom. It says join, but it tells you all about it before you commit. There you go. Carl Rushton. Oh, sorry you couldn't be here, Carl. Thanks so much for your email there. And my heart goes out to all your family as well. So, you know, I hope to see you in October when you come over. Great stuff. Julie Wade, Yvonne Chambers, David Longdon, Denise Pearson, Johnny Vloggers on. In 2 weeks, I'll be over again. I'll warn them. Mike Ayres and Maria Alti. Okay, I think I've got everybody on. Jill Gardinier, who's the jelly bean, yeah. Yes. Helen Casey says hi to Johnny. Right, so here we are. We're at Meetup Monday, and this is Meetup Monday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a new thing I want to try out today. So this is, let's do this. Let's do Christina wide, and then 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if that works out. Does that work out? Christina's massive in the top now. Say hello, because I'm going to move this in a minute. So what have you been doing lately? Can I borrow that microphone? Thank you very much. So what have you been doing lately?
Can't remember. I can't concentrate now. On the weekend, I did nothing as always. Enjoyed that a lot.
I was working like a dog.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, I was working like a dog lying in front of the fire, licking my own. Oh, that's
The
another story.
Saturday meal I liked. We had pasta, gnocchi.
The gnocchi, oh, if you haven't seen that, go and see the shorts. That was
sauce.
really nice. That was really nice.
The glass of wine.
A wine, here we go. Oh,
Whole bottle of wine, in fact.
you had a whole bottle?
I didn't. Me together.
So you had half a bottle of wine? She'll go now a quarter now. No, it's a third. Oh, it's good for you. It's good for you. So I'm going to move you now because I'm going to introduce another person here. This is Tim.
Hello.
Tim's massive now, in the big along the top there. And you've been here before, I believe.
I have.
You were sat in that spot, I believe. and
yes.
you thoroughly enjoyed yourself in the background.
Yes.
You want to
so much I tried it. I'm trying it again.
I'm going to try it again.
Yeah.
Bit of a background
Give
here.
it another go.
Because as you can see in the middle there, we've got two silhouettes, and this is Mick and Diane. Hello, Mick and Diane.
Hello.
Hello.
Now we've only got two microphones, and I want one because I'm the star of the show. And so,
Say hello to your mum and dad. We'll see them Saturday when we get back to the freezing cold.
Okay, so Tim, I'm going to let you sit there in the background, and you'll be in charge of ordering all the beers. Right, so if I look like I'm parched, just get Ambrosius to come in. And this is going to be the sunset, so I'm going to put that up there and show you the sunset. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. No, it's not straight though. Yeah. Can I just bob over there?
Just Vino Tinto.
Vino Tinto. You can chat with the people. There you go.
It sounds really bright today.
The sun is really bright today. I can't see a thing. Okay, here we go. And I've got my follow me on again with this camera. So in fact, if Tim pops into the frame slightly, then he'll actually zoom straight out. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it zooms out to fit both of us.
Whose ugly mug is that?
And if he goes back out, it'll zoom back in on me. The star of the show.
Very good.
So, Mick and Diane, you've been here a while, have you?
Well,
I've seen you about 10,000 times.
I couldn't wait to get away from us, could you?
We actually,
Every time he's out and he comes on and he says, "Yes, oh my God."
Bumped into them again.
I was doing the Tuesday walk. We were doing the Tuesday walk, and I was going. Was it a Tuesday walk? And I was going to go to the new Millionaire's place, and then you were across the street, and you ran over and said hello, which I think is great, because I really like it when I'm recognised, and I don't know you from Adam, and then I can tell in the first few words if you're going to be fun or not. And I thought these two are going to be fun.
Just keep plonking us with red wine, we'll be all right.
We'd just got here, Tim. We'd just got here that day we saw you, hadn't we?
Had you?
No, we got here on the Wednesday, didn't we?
Wednesday, yeah.
So it was the
From
Thursday.
Tamworth International Airport.
Yeah. It will be like that soon. It's getting that big, the town is.
Where do you fly from?
East Mids.
East Midlands. Is
Yeah.
Is that far from you?
40 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
No, not
I
bad.
think as long as you're within an hour of it.
Birmingham, it depends, you know what I mean? Birmingham's about 20 minutes from us, Birmingham Airport, so but it's what you get, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We always have the same taxi driver, Robin, don't we? So,
But is his last name Bastard?
I've just said to him, don't swear.
the watch is there.
No, see, the thing is, it's a family channel here, but they've brought out the YouTube, what they call it, rules and regulations, right? And the rules and regulations used to be no swearing, no this, no that, no the other. But now they allow mild swearing, and as long as it's not like every second word, you can even say bad words, as long as it's in keeping with the content, if you like.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed to say that word once, and you know, you're not allowed to faff about and stuff like that.
So you have
But
to cross it out. That one's used up. Then.
no, that one's used up. I can't use that one now. Yeah, I've got to use bar steward now. That's all right. But there are no kids watching, I don't think. In fact, I think there are a few kids watching, but I think they come from well-adjusted families and will not be offended. Right? In fact, you can't give offence these days. You can only take offence. There you go.
Yes.
Talking about taking offence, the question I always ask: why Tenerife?
21 years and still come back.
You've been coming for 21 years.
Yeah, 120.
Since you were 2 years old.
Is that what the wine does to you? It makes you get younger.
Yeah.
120 of us come from Tamworth years ago. From Tiffin.
120 in one plane.
One from East Midlands, one from Birmingham. 60 on each plane.
Was it like a group of people? Or?
Yeah, Tiffer, he's still around now. He organised it. He used to get money. He'd get a free holiday out of it.
Right.
But
And was it like a club? Was it like a
moan,
rugby
and I
or?
thought, well, why moan? Because I wouldn't like collecting all that money off people every week in the pub. And some weeks they'd be going, no, I ain't got the money. And he had all the pressure of that. And fair play to him having a free holiday out of it. So we all come and we all went in the Pyramides, 120. You couldn't. It was Tamworth on tour.
Was it a club or?
119 of us come back. Bless her, my Vaughan, she used to own a shop by me in Paisley in Tamworth. She passed away when she was out here.
Oh no.
So, but she had heart problems and that.
Was it like all one pub, or was it like a club, or the Masons?
It was a club that we went to,
Well,
wasn't it?
Faisley Club, Milo Club, which are rivals, really. It's like
working men's clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to have like acts on in the afternoon. There was a concert secretary and ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 Bernard Manning and stuff like that.
People and
I love those places.
Wheel tappers.
I was in a
They had him
bar.
in the papers over here, Tamworth on tour, and they called him Tipper, didn't they, instead of his
Tipper,
real name, Tipper. He hated that. So, it was and then 90 of us come the year after, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then you get fed up with people, and then you come on your own then,
Or did they say, we're not going this year,
not
Mick?
taking
We're not going this year, Mick. Gotta go.
He got fed up with it in the end.
Did
Tried
he?
to collect money out of people, and you would, wouldn't you? So, people moaning and stuff like that.
But it was
so.
good, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
good.
it's great. Well, that's what got us over here.
Yeah.
So,
That was the start of 21 years ago.
and then
Wow.
we went from the Pyramides, we ended up in Parc de la Paz. All of them were nice.
Santiago 3.
Santiago 3, we stayed there for the night. The week.
The week.
Had a week there. And then we started coming here because a friend, Ray, had an apartment at the top. So we loved it here because it's quiet, it's out of the way.
Lovely, isn't it?
You ain't got too many people.
But he sold it, and so we just decided to stay in one of the hotels then.
All right. So he didn't sell it to you.
No.
I'm a chipper.
I wish.
I ain't one of these millionaires.
I wish.
Who I'm not saying in our hotels a millionaire who catches the bus to Los Gigantes.
Yeah, because you want to drink.
Yeah.
Did I?
He might be a
Are you
millionaire.
in Tropical Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw you waiting for him yesterday afternoon.
Oh.
I don't know, for somebody. You're outside yesterday afternoon.
We stopped. That's Tim, a friend of ours who I do a bit for him.
Another Tim.
Yeah.
Tim's
So it's Tim here, Tim there.
Yeah.
Our neighbours are Tim as well.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
lived
God. Can't get away from it.
That's 4 Tims.
There's a lot of people on the chat, but nobody's asking questions.
He's the one
They're
who,
just chatting amongst themselves.
he's the one who took us to San Juan.
San Juan, yeah.
Oh yeah, tell us
He
about
drives-
that.
He
T-
drives out
t-
here.
where did you go?
You know, we drink too much. We can't drive.
What was the restaurant?
We would drink too
It's
much
from
if the barman came.
White Aya or something.
It's called
We went
Salt
by it
and
today on the
Sea,
bus.
in translation terms.
Salt and sea.
Salt and Sea, yeah.
It's lovely.
Salimar. Salimar.
Salimar, yeah.
He extended it. It's a big
Big
restaurant
building,
now.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
full. Completely full up. The Spanish people.
The
the other
people
night,
were
weren't it?
queuing outside.
Really?
Yeah.
We were
To get out.
because they never had no oysters. We was gutted because they didn't have any oysters. And Tim, this builder, will do it.
He likes
was
oysters,
saying-
did
He says, "Oh, they do oysters, everything," and
Oysters? I thought oysters were fresh water. Were they not fresh water?
they didn't have any.
No.
No, you can
They
get
got saltwater
they are
oysters.
saltwater.
Yeah, but you can get them. The Italian woman down there, I think, was a bit. I asked her today.
Yeah.
And you have to reserve, don't you, your table
Yeah.
to get them.
The Italian club.
Just down there, we go for a
at
beer
the ice
down there.
cream
On the
parlour.
right.
Ice cream parlour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, Laura's.
Laura's,
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
She does do it, but you've got to reserve
Uh-huh.
a table for the following 2 days.
So right, because you don't want to buy them and then nobody buy them, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
that's
Yeah.
right, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, buy us. I mean, you get them
Uh-huh.
in the supermarket, but they're about that big. You know what I mean?
So we've got like why Tenerife? We've got how long you've been coming for Tenerife, and we know that you've been everywhere, but you like this spot now. Is this like your go-to bit now? Is
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quiet. We're getting on a bit now, you know what I mean? I was 52 last week.
You're 52 last week.
Mere whippersnapper.
Congratulations, you mere whippersnapper. Exactly.
I'm the last day of Aquarius, I am on
Okay.
February the 18th.
That's another one we can't say anymore.
Tick that one off the list.
We'll take that one off the list.
Oh, was that? So you booked it, didn't you? So
Yeah.
you don't want nothing when you get
Yes.
past your 50s, do you? You just want a nice holiday, nice
I
food.
remember being 50.
I can remember being 40. Took my last smoke
Yeah,
on my 40th birthday. That was it.
oh, dude, ex-smoker, go away, Tim.
I'm not an ex-smoker.
They're the worst.
There's no such thing as a non-smoker.
I know Tim, who picked us up the other day, he's ex-smoker, and he says, I like the smell of smoke.
I like the
Still.
smell of smoke. I just don't like the smell of people who smoke.
We just
I
look
like-
like
I like the fresh cigar smoke. That's really nice. Or a pipe or something like that. Yeah. Or a fire.
get a pipe going. you know.
But you know, cheap perfume and
Cheap
old
fags.
cigarettes in an elevator. You know,
You're off a lot.
going back to your office.
Or in a pub first thing in the morning.
Or in a pub
Smell of-
first thing in the morning, yeah.
Yes.
What are you doing in a pub first thing in the morning, Tim?
I used to go out with somebody who was
A publican.
lady.
Oh, okay, there you go. Have we got everybody? Oh, Tim's not on it because we haven't got it because the sunset. Do you like this? Do you like the sunset?
We
You like
love
the
everything
sunset?
about the sun, we do. We ain't got none at home. We'll be getting home freezing, stroking our cats to get warm.
We can't say that one again.
They like it.
So, did you manage to get to Little Germany for the beer yet?
No.
No.
So when are you
I
going
am
home?
doing.
When are you
We're
going home?
Thursday, 12 o'clock. We're going to get a cab. We normally order it from the hotel, so I've messed
You're going on Thursday, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that means you've either got to go tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to go.
We're back in Los Cristianos tomorrow.
I'm in Los Cristianos tomorrow afternoon.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm meeting. Oh, I don't know whether he wants to know that I'm meeting him.
We'll probably bump into you again, Tim.
You always look for that yellow t-shirt.
I always wear the yellow t-shirt. I got 5 of these. I got 5 of these.
They got your GPS call.
They were €2 in 2 tree ball about 7 years ago, wasn't it? And I just bought them all. They were all XXL, and they
There's
were
no need to explain
€2.
to us.
Sunshine t-shirt.
I've been wearing the same shorts for about 4 days. That's why the flies keep coming round.
So it wasn't the cigarettes. It wasn't the cigarettes. But there's no such thing as a non-smoker, because if I identify as I would pick a different drug to be non. I'd be a non-injector or a non-sniffer.
There ain't none of them in Tamworth.
I'd be a non-sniffer or a non-injector. Tim's only job tonight is to catch the eye of the barman to order the beers.
That's it. We
And-
draw.
I haven't seen him. He's disappeared.
He's a nice. He remembers it. The people in the hotel remember me as well. Cause
Hola. Dos jarras, por favor. Sí. Do you want some wine?
Does
Yes,
vino?
Y dos vino tinto. A casa, yeah? This is of the house, yeah?
I think so. We ain't bothered as long as
Okay.
we've seen you talk.
And Christina's on the vodka. The Cristal vodka.
That's fizzy, isn't it?
Yeah.
30%.
I
Very
thought that
fizzy.
when we was in La Calette yesterday, because I think
Very
that's
fizzy.
what was fizzy and not. And you don't want fizzy water when you're walking, do you?
Con gas. Con gas.
Come on, Tim. Who owns that place in towards La Calette, that castle? Nobody seems to know who owns it.
I know who owns it.
Who?
It's the Puig family. Puig. P-U-I-G. The people who built Santiago 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the Puig
Where we
family,
stayed.
the son, is called Santiago. So that's why he called it Santiago.
Ah, right.
And that's the Puig family. A lot of people say, oh, it was
Taylor's
Liz
or
Taylor or
something.
Elton John or something like that. No, so it's the Puig family. And they own the whole thing. They own the whole coast there. Or they did. In fact, one of the roads is called Calle del Puig or something.
Yes.
I bet they've got dungeons underneath there, into the rocks.
They've got wine cellars.
They wouldn't have if we was there.
What did you say, my darling?
Well, they're Chinese.
No, they're not Chinese. They're Spanish. Puig. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Maria, am I saying it right? Puig.
Well, we did spend a lot of money in the Park Santiago 3, didn't we? I wonder if they got that.
Well, if you go there, just say, I spent a load of money in Santiago. Can I come and have a look? Can I have a look at your Tony Bennett's on. Hey.
For the night.
Hi Tim, Mick and Diane. Looks great there. Reminds me of when we were there sitting on the exact spot last year. Careful guys, Tim will keep you there for a couple of hours. Tony. Tina Rigby's on, Mark Wiltshire's on. You're meeting him for a coffee. Oh yes, exactly. I didn't know whether you wanted to be outed. We are meeting for a coffee. I don't know where. Do you want to come here? Do you want to come to Kayasavaki? Let me know if you want to come to Kayasavaki, because then we'll meet up and have a chit chat around here if you like. If not, I'll come to you. And Carl Rush and Liz Taylor was Richard Burton, stayed at H10 Big Sur in Los Cris.
Richard Burton. Girl.
Richard Burton, there you go.
I love that film where eagles dare.
I remember seeing that when I was a kid.
Where eagles dare. You too can have an accent like mine.
blood.
Clint
there, man.
Eastwood.
Yes, that's right.
40 years ago, says Neil. Where's Neil? What did he do 40 years ago? I'm missing it all. I do go back and hey, Mark Hawley,
12,
thank you for
God,
dropping
Hawley.
in there, and Graham, Pete and Shell. 40 years ago. Here comes the refreshments.
Oh yes. Gracias.
Gracias.
Lo siento, olvidé su nombre.
Maria.
Maria. I just met a girl called Maria.
Tell you, I wish I could talk Spanish like that. I'll try and learn every year we come. Well, obviously we.
SpanishWithPaul.com. SpanishWithPaul.com.
We've put that on because we've watched you say that, and we've done it.
Cheers.
One, but it was we did it wrong. Yeah, every drop. But, we did them back to front somehow, didn't we? We put a couple of them on because we watch you.
The free ones?
And they were a bit hard, so we think we're
Oh,
going back
now
to
what
the-
you got to do, you got to buy the course, $99.
Yeah.
What you do, you sign up for his newsletter, and then he'll send you an email every 2 days to try and to get. He's a pain in the bum, to tell you the truth, but the course is fantastic.
But
Yeah.
because of what's been going on everywhere, we couldn't come out anyway. So we've been watching you and Noel Strider and what's his name?
Craicmaster.
I don't watch him now. Not.
Do you watch
only
Daniel?
Watched him when he was here.
The Craicmaster.
Only when he was with you lot. The bloke with the beard, the Irish chap.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice lad.
Yeah.
He's actually
Seen
got.
it, yeah.
He's the same as Brian. Actually, he's got one of those shops,
Yeah.
and he's just got a second shop now in Los Cristianos. For all your needs, go to. First, was it Tenerife First Excursions?
We've watched all of you on them. I mean, when it was lockdown, it was. I mean, you're scratching your own head, ain't you? What can you do? So I ended up ripping the old decking up, burning it in the garden, and we was on that McMaster's channel actually because we had our T-shirts on.
Yes.
We love Tenerife.
All right, I think I remember
He
you.
was trying to.
He was trying to get up the merchandise, yeah?
Yes.
Well,
Oh, and if you want to get a lot of Living with MS in Tenerife merchandise,
but he was trying to boost Tenerife.
He was, yeah.
You know, because everyone was on the backsides, weren't they? When it was
well, he's supposed to be
very,
coming over, but he ended up going back to New York, so he's in New York at the moment
Yeah. So
with his mate, the Silver Fox, Martin. If you're watching Martin, I love the ponytail. I try to grow one, but you know, that's the hole where I was plugging it in.
There'll be another one banned. There's only one thing under a ponytail, and that's an arsehole.
Cross that one out. Cross that one out.
We got that. Yeah, terrible. It's terrible.
You knew it was going to be fun, Tim.
It was going to be fun. Yeah, it was going to be fun. What's the sunset doing? The sunset's doing great.
Oh, it's amazing. We're really looking forward to going back to about 6 degrees.
Yeah,
Is it
something like
6
that.
degrees out there?
Something like that.
Oh
It's
my
colder than
god.
that yesterday. I think it was about 4.
The winds
Felt like -1.
The winds before we come here was absolutely horrendous. And I was at the top of an hill in a place in Tamworth called Dostal.
Was it a dosser?
No, it's called Dost Hill.
Dostal.
Near Drake Manor Park, you could see that from where you've heard of Drake Manor Park. The Belfry's 5 miles from us.
The Belfry
And a
Golf.
straight run from our house, straight run, 5 miles. But they put that under Sutton Coldfield. They wouldn't put it under Tamworth. Royal Sutton Coldfield.
Well, the only time I went through Tamworth and Sutton Coldfield was the toll road, the M6.
Yeah.
And that was the best road ever because I was the only one ever on it.
Yeah, because the Tammies can't afford it.
It was only £1, I think, or something like that.
Now you have to do 6 paper rounds round Tamworth for that.
Well, we used to drive. I had this Mini, I had this fantastic Mini. And it was like Union Jack mirrors, white roof, racing green. It was automatic, leather seats, and there was 4 seats in it, 4 bucket seats in it. And I got it through work. It was a lease car, right? And when I came over here, they said, "Do you want to buy it?" And I think, "Oh, well, I've got to buy it off the lease people. Then I've got to get it fixed to go over to here, and then get all the stuff for." No. So I said, "No, I'll give it back." So they said, "Okay, that's £5, please," because I was giving it back early. So I gave them the keys and £5. So thank you very much. But we used to drive from Regensburg in southern Bavaria, mid of Bavaria, wasn't it? Up through Luxembourg and France to the tunnel, And then from when we come out the tunnel in the morning, we actually stop at a little place called Alcatraz. It's not called Alcatraz, but it was like another Sing Sing or something like that. There's this town in France that sounds like an American prison. And what's the one in New York called?
That's going to annoy me.
Alcatraz is San Francisco.
I think it's San something or other. Where did we stay in? There's the prison in New York that begins with San. I think it's called San something or other. Anyway,
I ain't been to that one yet.
so no, but but we'd stop there. It was a beautiful little French town with a square, and there was lots of bars around the square, and we've been to all of them. And we stayed in this little hotel, and it was only an hour from the coast. So San something or other. San Quentin. San Quentin. And so we stayed in San Quentin, or San Quentin, in France, and then we drive then. We'd book the cheapest crossing you could get in the tunnel, right? But we get there like 4 hours early for that, and they'd say, "Oh, we've got room, get on." So, you just pay the cheapest one, and you get on any time you like. So we go through the tunnel, and then we drive straight up to Chester, where my sister lives. And it was just the quickest was going through that toll on the M6. And it took us about 3.5, 4 hours from the south coast, M20.
Nice.
You did a kitchen course near Chester, didn't you? Because I had to pick you up, and there's like between Wrexham and Chester, because it's on the border of Wales and England. Mm-hmm. And I had to pick you up from there, didn't I? And there was a place called Farndon, which is our last name. Uh-huh. So I thought, I'll go for a drink in there. It's full of bloody druggies.
Well, there's still a law on the books in Chester that if you find a Welshman inside the walls after sunset, you can hang him.
Oh, really?
Still on the books.
Huh?
Yeah.
Still on the books.
Well, see if you know this. Tamworth was the capital of Mercia, and Mercia was the capital of England.
Yeah.
Years and years ago.
So what's the questions?
Did you know that?
Of course I did.
Yeah, right.
I've watched Vikings all seasons.
We've still got a castle. I mean, I remember. This was
I thought Mercia was America. Mercia.
in the 80s. I remember. I went to go in the castle with a mate of mine in the 1980s. And you could get in cheap if you were from Tamworth, like. And I've got Tamworth tattooed on my belly. And they still won't let me in cheap. And you still like to...
Is that a bit like a
Made in Tamworth.
That's in case I get lost.
That's a visa, that is.
Danny Underwood, good to hear from you. Hi, Summer Casino, got home. It's time for the Monday. Be back in Tenerife, thankfully. Hope next Monday be back in time for Tenerife. Okay. Hope you're all lucky to see you. Denny and Mary are coming over on Monday.
Jammy suds.
Who else we got? Zelda cars on. What a beautiful sunset. Question, here we go. Anne-Marie, ask Mick and Diane what are their favourite place to stay in Tenerife. There you go.
To stay? It's got to be the tropical, hasn't it?
Tropical Park.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, we did stay down at
Pearly Grey.
for a night.
Pearly
That was a
Grey,
friend of
yeah.
ours
It's
who-
very, very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pearly Grey and Tropical Park.
Yeah.
You'd
I'd
say.
say that.
Very,
Okay.
this-
And this, Josie and the Pussycats are coming back sitting.
They've been ever so good to us in Tropical Park.
Have they?
they're
And
just,
they've got all
the
the cleaning
service
gear when you
is
get
second
there.
to none in Tropical Park.
Cleaning?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to clean your own room.
No, you hand sanitizer
Oh,
and
so
because you
what you
actually get actually paranoid about it, don't you?
I just think the service in there is amazing.
We didn't bring our phone charger, did we? Not the phone charger, you know, the
So they-
plug where it's the English
So
plug.
they've just
Yeah.
given,
We
they've just
forgot
given
that.
us one.
So we went
you
down to
know,
reception and they
little
went,
things,
"Yeah,
just
yeah."
the little things.
Well, you just got one.
And they give us one. Someone must have left it there or something. And she says, yeah, just bring
It's
it
just
back.
the little things that you,
Because
you know, that you forget.
Some
that
hotels will go,
other people would charge you
€5.
for.
Right.
Wouldn't they?
I'd charge you for it.
You would do.
Another question from Pauline. What are Mick and Diane's jobs?
Chippy floor layer.
A chippy
Both
floor
the same.
layer.
I do all the laminate
Cleaner.
floors in people's houses.
A cleaner.
Yeah,
The
you
cleaner.
clean
All right.
for old people.
Chippy.
Domestic OAP cleaner.
All right. Could you do Chris?
Oh,
We
yes.
could if you let us stay here.
You clean OAPs?
Yes.
From the
I'm
neck
not a carer,
downwards.
though.
You're just going to shine.
But no,
Alan Gebby's coming over tomorrow as well from Scotland.
there's a lot of Scots in.
Yim, yellow t-shirt, your trademark stands out. It is my trademark.
Why do
You're meeting
people want to know
me,
your
Tim, for a
jobs?
coffee. I've done that one. Say again?
Why do people want to know your jobs? Are they just curious to what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they want to stalk you. Or hire you.
Or hire you?
There you go.
I won't go out. I'll get a nosebleed if I go out of town. I used to do a lot over Birmingham and that, and I thought, I ain't doing it. I don't need to. Because
No.
I work for a company, they're called Devlin Wholesales in Tamworth. And,
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. For all your needs, Devlin Wholesales.
But the Irish family, lovely family.
Uh-huh.
And they've got a place in Minworth, which is in Birmingham, and they've got one in Lichfield as well. I was travelling and I thought, there's enough, Tamworth's that big now. I don't need to go out. And when you get past bloody 50 people, you get to 8
bloody,
people
there we go, bloody.
as well.
Bloody's off the list now as well.
And you get to 8 people and you're like, some people, you go to do the floor, or you're there to do the floor,
Uh-huh.
not move the furniture. And when there's a flower pot or something in the room, you're like, why
Yeah.
didn't you put it upstairs
Yeah,
out of the way? You know, things like that. It really bugs you if you're a floor layer.
I used to be a salesman in Cavendish Woodhouse, and we'd sell carpets, and we get this contractor to do the fitting, you know.
Same as me, yeah.
And he'd do carpet fitting, and he'd say, make sure that the
Rooms are
room's
clear.
empty, da 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 da, or I'll charge you more.
Yeah.
So, so we used to have to
It's on the
really
sheet,
make
isn't
sure
it?
people.
When
It
you
is.
sell the gear. But they're that lazy, people. I had one the other week. My fingers only getting better because of the sun. I nearly had my finger off with a bloody jigsaw. It weren't the blade. I picked. I'm both-handed, but I picked it up and I put my hand in. It's a battery-powered jigsaw. And I'd put it in there somehow, and I pressed the button. A week before we come here, I felt sick. I was like,
Well,
You know,
I cut myself as well.
Christina's
Look.
laughing.
I've cut
But you
myself as
know,
well.
when you've hurt yourself, don't you? You feel sick, don't you? And there's blood all over the floor.
I cut myself on a bottle of balsamico.
Yeah.
Opening the
Well, it was
balsamico.
only red wine that come out anyway. It was like a tap empty.
I've got no cuts.
No cuts, no bruises.
I'm pristine.
You didn't
You're
work
pristine.
though, do you? Obviously.
No, I retired when I was 53, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, right.
I retired at
Well, I'm 53
Oh,
next
wait,
year.
that's
What's going
retirement
on?
then.
All you got to do is decide what you want to do, right?
We want to come here, but we can't.
No, it used to be easy to come
Easy,
here,
yeah.
but it's pretty hard now for non-Europeans. Well, I mean, it's always been hard for non-Europeans, but now Brits are non-Europeans. It's harder. But the thing is, it's still possible. You know, all you got to do is there's an online checklist, and if you come in without a job, but you want to work, you have to get the job before you come.
Yeah.
That's the only difference now. It used to be you could come over and flag it,
Yeah.
and then you'd get offered a contract, and then you go, hey, I'm here now, you know, pop out the woodwork, right? But now they stamp your passport, and if you come in and look for a job on a tourist visa, well, it's not a visa, it's a visa waiver, isn't it? Yeah, you can stay for 3 months. But if you look for a job now, they actually ban you from working here because you're not allowed to come in and look for a job. You've got to get the job at home and then start the move from your home country.
And what about-
I don't blame them, to be honest.
Well, it's just the same as Britain.
Yeah.
In Britain, you can't just go and work.
I don't
You can't just go and work.
I went
what
to
about
Australia years
residencia,
ago.
Tim?
Well, the residency doesn't exist anymore. People still use the name, but
Yeah.
it doesn't exist anymore. Basically, what there is now is the Green European Union citizen ticket, which is what we used to have, and that was when you get here. Okay, I'll start when it used to be like. When we were part of the European Union, you could come for as long as you like. Let me turn that off. You could come for as long as you like, but if you stayed more than 90 days, you were legally bound to register with the police as a resident, right? Legally bound from any European country. So you can come as a tourist for 90 days, but after 90 days, 3 months. Yeah. Then after 3 months, you had to legally register with the police. If you didn't, you became what was known as an irregular immigrant. And for a European, there was nothing happened. Yeah, because you had free movement.
So we'd end up in Alcatraz.
No. You were just in. I mean, there were still irregular immigrants that had been here for 20 years
Yeah.
that had to when Britain left the EU, they had to get legal, right? And that was hard for these people. And so you had to register with the police, and that was your residencia. Yeah, you were registering as a resident, and you got the green ticket. Now there isn't a green ticket. There is 2 cards. There is the DNE, which is the locals card for identification. Yeah, and then there's the TIE, which is the Tarjeta Identificación Extranjero, which is the card identification foreigner, literally translated. Foreigner's identity card.
Yeah.
And to get that one, you need to jump through a few hoops. And they have well, it's not a minimum wage here, but it is a standard wage calculation based on lots of factors. And it comes out to around about €900 a month. And between 7 and 9, I can't really remember what it is. And it changes every 3 months.
Is that per couple, Tim, or is that
No, that's per person. That's per person.
Yeah. Okay.
But to come over now, one of you has to have 4 times that, right? So you're going to need to have $3,500 a month income, or $3,500 a month's worth of money for the next 2 years, right?
Okay.
And if another person comes in the same family, they've got to have 1 times of it. So whatever it is, 7 or €800 a month, they've got to have that. So there is depending on when you apply for the visa, you got to look at this thing, and then you got to multiply it by 4, and then add 1 for each other family member, and that's how much money you have to be able to guarantee as a job. So when you're applying for a job, you can't just apply for a job at $5 an hour, because that's not going to cover it. You got to, and it's the same as in Britain. If you go to Britain, you've got to get a decent job.
Yeah.
You've got to earn more than $28,000 a year or something.
I was in Perth in 1990 in Australia. I had to have, when my dad was alive, I had a Scottish widow's account or something, and I drew that out to go over there. And I ended up with $3,000. I had to have $3,000. This was 1990. When your money runs out there, mate, you're out.
Yeah,
You can't live. There was a job in the job centre. So I got jobs with Brits out there. There was a job, didgeridoo player in the job centre. I nearly went for that at one stage.
I'd have gone for that.
Honestly, didgeridoo
I'd have gone for that.
Didgeridoo player. Yeah, honestly, definitely.
Can you do the
I was
breathing?
called Mick the Mad Pom. And I went out with this lad. I met this lad from Tamworth. You couldn't go anywhere in the world without bumping from Tamworth, you know. And I went out, and we ended up in this nightclub till 6 in the morning, and I couldn't find my way home or anything. But I was 20 years of age then.
You didn't have your tattoo then?
No, I didn't have that. No.
Okay, I'm missing a lot of comments here. Hang on.
That hotel though, it's closed now, Tim, innit? The
Callio
Callio
Gardens.
Gardens.
Is it closed?
Yeah.
Well,
We were booked in there originally, and
COVID
they'd
outbreak or something.
shut
Oh,
it down
dear.
from
What a
COVID.
shame, because there's a lot of rooms empty, and you know.
Oh, there's a lot of Tims in Glasgow, says Magnus, because all Tims are Celtic supporters. So if you're a Celtic supporter, you're a Tim.
That was another thing in Australia. I went to work with some Scots, and I went there with a Rangers top on when I was in Perth in Australia, and they're all Celtic fans, weren't they? Oh, Jesus Christ. I got some grief. I like the colours.
Celtic fans, what sport's that?
It's green and white Celtic.
Yeah, but what sport is it?
Football.
Football, okay. Didn't know. I'm not a football fan, so.
No, I'm not there.
Tony Bennett says, hi Tim, Mick Diane looks at... Oh, no, we've done that one. Let me just read a couple of these out, because otherwise people will just turn off. There's 131 people watching, by the way.
Really?
Yep. We still have their picture up, Carl. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. Okay, we've done that one. What you do for a living. Denny's coming over. Yorkie Boy Oneful. Hi Tim, good to see you again. Pam and Brian back home in Beverley, pouring down with rain. Cool. I'm glad you said who you were, because I would never have got Yorkie Boy Oneful. Get Mick on every week, he's funny.
I want to stay here.
You'd be a YouTuber then.
Tim, I can't even text. I'm just a simple chippy. My phone's in the room, mine is. Oh,
Ian, yes, it's me 6. Yes, it's me 6. Actually, was okay, I think, because I've been talking to him. So thanks for watching my back there. But yes, it's me 6 is okay. He's all right. Denny, Tim, what about you're retired and skint? What about if you're retired and skint? If you're retired and skint, no, it's a good thing.
Question.
It's a good question. If you're retired and skint, then if you're retired, it's a good thing, because I think Britain and Spain still do the health insurance, and that's good, because the health insurance is the worst thing here. We couldn't even get insured when we first came over because Christina's got pre-existing condition, and I had a pre-existing gastritis and whatever it was, high blood pressure, and they wouldn't insure us. So we could not get private health insurance. But luckily enough, if one of you has a pension, then you can transfer that over with an S1, I think it was, in Britain. In Europe, it's the E121. And then I'm on the 122 or something like that. I am actually Christina's minder. I like to say minder instead of, carer.
I know,
Because I'm a minder, you know what I mean? Minder.
yeah.
So I'm Christina's minder.
It's hard.
I'm Christina's minder, you see, you know what I mean?
See now you walk
So
up the
I'll
stairs,
get this
Get the drinks
thing
in
right.
anyway.
I get this
Come
thing
on.
right. The health insurance I get like on a ticket and all that, and also the German government sort of pay me to look after. I've got to look after right. So yeah, I'm a minder there. Yeah, okay. So
But we stayed in there last time we come.
I can't turn round, but I'll
Before
look.
COVID, up the
Oh yeah.
Calio Gardens.
and we sat there.
Callio.
Up the
How do you spell Callio?
Calio.
Calleo.
Yeah, and it's Callao.
The J.
A-O.
So it's Callao.
K-O.
Callao.
K-O.
We're missing
Gardens.
some of his, what's the name?
Callao.
What? Yes, let him
It's
talk.
like the
Go on.
Rose K.
But we was up there about 3 years ago. We come on New Year's, yeah.
We were here for New Year's Eve, yeah.
And we sat there by the pool. And I went there from Tamatha. She went,
No.
No, you can't do that, we've already done that one.
she went, I said, he's my age. He went to wink at us. Couldn't go anywhere. Big lads. Try and drink with them. You'd pay for the mattresses every night. You'd wet the bed every night.
Would you?
Big lads.
Oh dear.
Like that with a pint,
I
20, 30 stone lads. And they were I knew them from back home,
I was 18 stone at my top weight. I
some
weighed
of them
myself
were
this morning.
30.
I've gone back up.
Some
I've
of
gone
them were
back up.
30, and one of them, this young lad, he was only in his 20s. He says,
Ambrosius, do you want another beer?
I won't have another one because I'll meet the.
we'll never say no to Vino
Okay.
Tinto. I bet we've got a massive bill.
Un jaratos vino tinto, por favor.
Christina?
Gracias. No, I mean, you couldn't drink with these. The one lad, he was only in his 20s. He says, I don't know why I'm so big, I don't eat that much. And we come down to the village one day. He had a pizza like you lying fat little boy.
That I'm not sure.
Is that another one gone?
I don't think crossing off even.
But he was huge. And he
Christian
just
Moose,
ate
hi.
that much.
Servus, Christian. Maria Albanos. Callao. Yeah, she's saying Callao.
KL.
Minder sounds like a hard man. Minder. Where is Mick from? Sorry, I've only just tuned in, says Ian Francis. Tamworth. Show me your belly button again.
Tamworth.
There you go.
Tamworth,
Made in
not
Tamworth.
Tamworth.
April Sharman, why does Andrew always post when you are live very rude? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, there are millions of people on YouTube, and a lot of people post when I'm on. So
You get that with
don't
everything.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You can't check round with everyone.
You get it with everything. Everything in the world.
There's no competition anyway with you, Tim.
No, I have got no competition whatsoever. In fact,
Say hello to your mum and dad while we're here. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
We'll watch this Saturday.
Hello, Hazel and Ken.
Hey,
Hope you're alright.
hello, mum and dad.
I expect my mum will be watching as well.
really,
We'll watch this Saturday while we're freezing.
About the swearing.
When
You're
we're
on.
freezing,
Hello, Mum. Sorry about the swearing in the background.
That's us
Wasn't
Tammies.
me. Wasn't me.
It was the Tammies.
No, I wouldn't say that.
The Tammies, there you go.
Tammy's.
So I'm going to bring this back now. I've messed it all up. Oh! Apple Pencil, 100%. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you too can have an accent like mine for only $39.95 down and 3 easy payments of $9.95. Here's Chris.
Gave me a fright.
A fright.
A fright.
The old fright gave you a fright. Let's put this back in now. There you go. That's even better now.
So depressing when you get back home when you've been here.
Really?
So depressing.
Now, if you want to come over, then basically you got to do this. All you got to do is
Depressing.
have that amount of money, or have a job that pays that amount, and then. But as I say, if you come over not as a old age pensioner, and you do have that amount, gracias, and you do have that amount of money, then you still have to organise your own medical insurance, and that can be very expensive.
So
Because
does it help, Tim, if you've got a pension or you bring your pensions with you?
if you're an old age pension, then you get reciprocation that you come into the National Health Service here, the NHS,
Ah, right.
and so you don't have to pay anything. It's the same as
The
Britain.
trouble is, I can't stay working on my knees for that much longer, you know what I mean? I've been doing 20 years on my knees.
I think if you've got a disablement pension, Christina's got a disablement pension, and they class that as a pension. So
Pension, yeah.
so if you're on a disabled pension, you can come in. But I don't think the disablement pension in Britain pays you 30 odd grand a year.
No.
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 Oh, the German one doesn't either, by the way.
I can't do much longer on me. I shouldn't say this on my hands and knees, but
Depends where your face is.
You might have to.
Turn round, you hear more.
trouble is, Tim, I'm too good at it. That's the trouble.
I know. I mean, the thing is, we found out in the lockdown who's important, right? And manual workers and people who did things for people, those people are the important people, right?
Yeah.
The CEO and the this, that, and the other. You know, he's not that important. We can live without them, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know. I mean, I don't want to finish on a downer, but you don't know if you saw the IPCC report today of climate change. Was it intergovernmental? What's P stand for? Intergovernmental.
I ain't saying another swear.
Anyway, no. Anyway, it's to do with climate change, right? And they said we've missed the 1.5 degree target, so we cannot now stop the Earth heating up over 1.5 degrees, but that means that we're going to have to start thinking about what we need to do to
Reduce
to
it.
cope. No, we can't. We've missed it. We've missed the point now. So we got to say, how do you live with that, right? So as global warming and the weather changes and all that thing changes, then what's eventually going to happen is there's going to be less resources, and there's going to be more people fighting for the resource, right? So what's happening at the moment in Russia and Ukraine is terrible.
Yeah,
But
disgusting,
if we put the same amount of money into fixing the planet as we do destroying the planet with military might, then it'll end up being okay. But we are the Canary Islands are what we call a lifeboat. So during the climate crisis, there's going to be certain lifeboats, and we are in a Goldilocks zone here, where we have the best of both worlds. And if the weather changes, like if the Gulf Stream changes and comes south, then Britain is on a par with Hudson Bay, right? I mean, I don't know if you know Hudson Bay in Canada, but I mean that is basically winter for 10 months of the year, right?
Well, it is anyway in the
No.
UK.
I mean real winter for 10 months of the year. So if the Gulf Stream goes south, but then we get it, so that means that we are a haven, right? So I think there's the people who live here now are going to be the ones that are going to be batting off the people coming over, because all the people who live in Northern Europe will be travelling south. I mean, it will be ironic, really, when Africa closes its borders to the Europeans.
We're doomed.
Right?
We're doomed, we are.
You are,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, I mean, the Northern European down to around about Rome, so the Mediterranean, right, and south, is going to end up being
Invaded.
a tundra. You won't be able to live there. I mean, you will be able to live there, but you'll be Russian.
Yeah.
All right, and so the Sahara will end up becoming
Can
some
we
sort
stay
of,
in your spare room?
you know.
Can we bring the cats over? The kids have all left home. Can we bring the cats?
We've only got 2 cats.
One's a Bengal and one's a Maine Coon.
I have
Bring
got
them
no
over.
problem, but you've got to stay. You've got
I'll
to queue
cook
up.
for you. We've seen you cook.
No,
for
you got to queue up.
Christina
You got to
before.
queue up. Everybody's trying to get me spare
Cooks,
room.
ain't we?
JJ's in, says hi.
We are good.
What else we got?
Oh, you're a good cook.
Travel awesome together.
I used to be.
Watching from my hotel room in Hull, says Alan Fraser.
Because I can't see a lot of the right around.
Christina's quiet. Yeah, she didn't want to be on too much today, did you, kid?
No, don't have a lot to say, really.
No. When we're going to record another interview with her this week sometime, aren't we, kid? And you can tell us all about this. Warren Manning, hi there, Tim. We're watching from La Matanza in the north. La Matanza, this is a place in between Puerto de la Cruz and what's the other top one there?
Not Mascar.
No, Matanza. I think it means the Schlacht in German. What's Schlacht in English? When you kill people with lots of blood.
Ban him!
Yeah, no.
I didn't expect that, Tim.
We only have a week left before we return to Devon. We will have been here for 85 days next week, so it's time to return. Oh wow.
Yeah, but Devon's quite warm anyway, isn't it? Compared to
Well, Devon is only warm because of the Gulf Stream.
Yes, like from East Sussex.
Yeah.
And Pauline says Tim is the best down to earth. Ask Christina what she was doing yesterday, please. What were you doing yesterday, please?
Nothing. Sunday is my favorite day. I listen to my audiobooks and to music, watch the big TV. And that was it.
She listened to her audiobooks, watched TV, and that was it. That's what she said. I'm going to knock these down again. Hang on.
Yeah, I had dinner too.
You had dinner. What did you have for dinner?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
The roast pork.
Yeah.
You like that? I did a roast pork yesterday. I'm not kidding you. I got, well, they call it pancetta here, but it's basically belly pork. Let me just switch to verified Wi-Fi for a second. So this belly pork, I got it off YouTube. It's a great recipe. And I got maybe, I don't know, how much is that? 4 inches? 3 or 4
I
inches?
don't know, if you're a bloke.
Anyway, so it was a piece of belly pork with the skin on, right? And then, I don't know, it's like a German, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll link it up here. Up there. Right in the corner up there. But no, I can't link it up there because it's not on my website. But it's a YouTube video though, so I'll link it up there. And it's a YouTube video, and basically what it is you put this pork belly on its side in a frying pan, right, with no fat or anything, and then turn the heat on, and then it renders the fat off to one side, and you do that until it's brown on that side. And it really has to be sort of like crispy brown, and the skin that's on sort of like that on the pan like that, you got to till it's nearly crispy on the skin. Then turn it over and do the other side. And once it's browned on both sides, you put in 500 ml of beer. So you get like a bottle of German beer and just shove it all in.
That's a waste, Christine.
And then you put the sort of like salt and pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and some sort of Italian herbs on the side, and then you dip it over like that. And then you stick a lid on it and you let it cook for 10 minutes, and then after that you turn it over, put the lid back on, and you cook it until all the liquid has been evaporated. And I tell you what, it comes out so tender. So tender. It's fantastic. It's like a steamed fried pork belly. So you don't get crackling on the top, but if you cut it in slices, it's like butter. And we had that with roast potatoes and onions and some green beans. That was fantastic.
We've
Now
seen
I
you cook
can
before
tell
on
a
the...
story.
You can tell a story. Just a minute. Let me. Christina's going to tell a story.
Making me
I'm actually going to solo this and then turn it round. There she is. What's your story, my darling?
I need the microphone.
Yes, you do. I'm going to put the microphone on because I want to put my hand down a shirt.
Okay, my story is just yesterday I listened to the radio and I heard a great story about a farmer who was giving his pigs lots of space to run around, and he saved one pig from what's the place called?
Like a
Slaughterhouse.
farm, like a forced feed farm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he bought this pig that's never seen the open, and he let it out, and the pig was so happy and it just jumped in the mud and curled around it.
And nice. We had a pet pig.
That was
Sorry.
the point where I didn't like to eat pig in the evening.
And then we cut him up and
We had,
sliced
we,
him
had
very
a
tender.
pet, we had one.
And had Sunday lunch.
We had a pet pig. Cooney, he lived in the house
We
with
had
us.
a pet pig, yeah.
For 3.5 years. We couldn't come over here for 3.5
But
years.
you never
we
ate
had a
it. You
pig.
didn't eat him.
No, it's our pet. It was,
good.
when people said that, I'd get really savage.
Yeah, I'm not
because
surprised.
I'm like, that's my pet. They'd come round our house
Yeah, but you could
and
like
they'd
have
say,
one
get
leg,
him in the
couldn't you? Like,
paper.
put a wooden leg
And
on.
I said, no.
He had his own
He had his own
sofa.
settee in the house. His
Yeah,
name
but-
was Porky, and he lived in the house.
His name was Porky.
Yeah.
And he was covered in crackling.
He was, yeah.
Don't get too close.
Hey, I'll tell you what. there's
We have got a
title
sign
wall.
out.
Yeah, don't
We have
upset.
got a sign outside the
beware
house
of the pig.
saying,
Beware of the
"Welcome
pig.
to Beware of the Pig."
Outside our house.
All right.
He was
And
our pet.
pigs
We
are
had him, he was
so
that big, he was meant to be a
intelligent.
micro pig.
Slaughter is the
It
word,
was
is the
that
word I'm
big.
looking for. Matanza means the slaughter.
No, let us
A
finish.
big battle, sorry, go on.
He was that big when we had him, Porky. He was
6 weeks
massive.
old when we had him.
He was massive when he died. He lived about 3.5 years. He had
Really?
a stroke or heart attack. We had to get the vet out to do it. And you can't bury him in the garden because
Bury him?
foot and mouth.
You just put him in the oven.
No. He was our pet. He was our pet. He used to shag his trotter and eat.
And wipe his feet.
And in the morning we'd give him a big bowl of tea. You wouldn't believe it, but if you
quite-
ask,
quite
we're not
clever.
liars.
And
if
he
you ask
loved-
our
he
friends,
loved-
A lot of people have.
He loved broccoli and pasta.
he used to come down in the morning, have a bowl of tea. We'd go, Porky, here's your tea. He'd have the big bowl of tea and drink it. And
Like my
then,
brother, I wouldn't eat him either.
but we did. We had a pig.
I'm out.
He lived on the settee.
He lived on the city.
We had a spare settee.
And you
for
called him Porky,
Yeah.
like after food.
Yeah.
Porky.
Like having a lamb and we called lamb chop.
But he was massive in the end. He was nearly as big as this table.
He was bigger than
he
this.
Talking about him massive and as big as this table, we're at the end of our hour.
Really?
We're
That
at
was
the end.
quick.
It was quick, yeah.
Very
It
quick.
goes really quick when you're doing it, isn't it? When you watch it, it's like, oh god.
Well, sometimes I
Let's
do
go get
forward-
the
Your microphone
I do
back.
forward you sometimes when you do them long ones.
I'm just grabbing down Christina's shirt here. Hang on.
But
Where's that hour gone?
yeah,
It is incredible. The incredible hour. I'm going to say hello to Tim because he's been very patient here.
Like hello and goodbye.
Hello and goodbye. So we're going to have a bit of a chat now. Are you staying for dinner?
I'm not.
We're going El
Yeah,
Rico.
I'm meeting some
Okay, El
friends
Rico,
down
down the
there.
bottom.
they're really nice people
Okay.
down there.
So we're not staying for dinner,
No.
but
Been some places. We have. What's the name?
no, we're not off yet. No.
Some places you go
Watch
to,
what you say, don't swear.
they're recommended and you pay a fortune. I
Like
don't
Steak
mind.
21.
Yes.
I'm saying
I have been recommending Steak 21 because I went to Steak
You
21 up the
did
road.
it, and we went there.
Yeah. And he wasn't impressed because the octopus wasn't as tender
a piece of rubber.
as I said. So if you Steak 21, if you're watching, there was one person there that didn't like
and
it.
we didn't like to complain.
The staff
And you
were
didn't like to
lovely.
complain.
The
It was
staff
too
were
posh, wasn't it, to complain?
It's too posh to
It's
complain.
too
The staff were lovely.
The staff were
real.
wonderful.
We had a good laugh with them.
The
like,
staff
you know.
Okay.
were wonderful.
No, but you
One
should
of
have
them
said
called me
something.
Gordon
I know.
Ramsay, and I went, oh no.
I told him to complain. He said, I'm not waiting for another meal because you've got yours. you know.
Exactly,
It's-
exactly.
You don't want to wait. do you?
Italian lads, and I was having a laugh with them, you know, and I says, you know, and he called me Mr. Gordon, didn't he? Gordon
Mr. Ramsay.
Well, then you could have sworn and said
Yeah.
this
I
is
went,
the
"I ain't
worst.
as old as him. And we had a laugh, but the food,
We did, yes.
it weren't worth what we paid. I ain't saying what we paid, but we paid a lot more than you do anywhere else in the village. And,
But, I mean-
and was
But we
thinking,
should have complained and we
You
didn't.
should have
One
because I
of the
mean
lads-
your food was great, right?
No, it weren't.
My food was okay.
But it wasn't like worth like
wasn't-
$40.
No.
Nah. It was just a piece of lamb.
My
on a plate
cooking's better
with-
than that, Tim.
See, I've never actually
Just a
eaten in
couple
that
of
one. I've only eaten up on the
vegetables.
hill,
It weren't.
and I've only eaten at the burger place.
Okay.
So I've never actually eaten at that
I
one.
don't mind paying.
You need
But,
to try
uh,
that one then.
Well, no, what I'll do is I'll go down and tell him.
Pile of
Really?
rubbish.
Yeah, because I'm in a know the guy, so
Yeah.
I'll go down and tell
He
him.
did say to me, this Italian guy, he says,
They did
let
say
me
it,
know.
yeah, at the
But I don't
start.
like to, because it was near the front of our holiday. and I
No, but
thought,
you've got to
I-
let them know because otherwise they can't get
it
better.
weren't
No.
good.
They
It
can't
weren't
get
good.
better.
It went, and they're advertised all the way on the boards.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Tim
they,
said he went to the
they,
top
they,
one. There's
as I said,
another one
I was
there.
totally
well,
impressed with them.
It's what's the name, innit? It's a chain.
Yeah, it is a chain. Well, I mean, it's a big chain. They've even got one in Glasgow. In fact, the guy that head of the chain here in the Canary
said
Islands
about
used to
Scott.
work in Glasgow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
said about Scott.
Steak 21. Let me just solo the sunset for a second,
But it weren't.
so they can hear us, but they can't see us.
You get good and bad everywhere, don't you? You know what I
course
mean?
you do.
I don't mind paying.
Uh-huh.
If
But then if
I
you
bring
don't,
enough money here, I'll bring
Yeah.
enough to stay a
but if you
month.
don't complain,
But
you
if-
don't. They don't get better, do they?
No.
But what we're going to do is we're going to finish up now with the sunset. Then we're going to come back to us and say hello. Then we're going to have a chit chat. Okay?
I'm having a fag then while you do
Off
that.
air?
No, because there'll be only 2 seconds. So just
Oh,
2
all right.
seconds, right?
Chit chat off air.
So yeah, off air, yeah. So ladies and jelly spoons, this is the sunset. It's the view from El Rable, Terrace El Rable in Cayo Savaki. The sun's going down over La Gomera. The wind is coming from the northwest. Well, no, the east now, isn't it? It's coming from the east, so it's a little bit warmer than it should be. And now I'm going to go over solo to you guys. I'd like to thank Mick and Diane. You were fantastic. I knew you were going to be fantastic, and you were fantastic.
Tim will watch you back home Saturday with the Outlaws.
The Outlaws. And I'm going to move me over to Tim here. Tim, thanks for being in the background there.
Well, thank you for having me.
And no, I mean, you're always a pleasure to have you sat next to me as my wingman.
All right.
As my
I'll
wingman.
come back again then.
You will come back again, and I definitely will see you again. I'd like to thank my wife, Christina Lee. Can I do this without dropping it again? There she is. Thank you, Christina Lee.
Thank you too.
And I'd like to thank me,
The magician.
the magician, for bringing it all to you.
Fill our wine glass up, Tim. Come on, tell him.
And I'd like to thank each and every one of you, which I'm going to go back tonight or tomorrow morning and read all the comments. And if there was anything that you wanted to ask, just send me an email. I will respond as soon as I can. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so, so much. This is Tim. I'm going to do this. Tim, Mick and Diane, the sunset. Oh no, I've got to do this one. Sunset, Tim, Mick and Diane, and, well, I've got to use that one. For Living with MS in Tenerife, signing off. Bye!
We'll be watching this Saturday when we're freezing. We'll be like that with the cats.
10,000,
Oh,
9,000.
here we